Fat Jeans. Welcome to Why Us, the podcast nobody else would do. I'm your host, Tack. With me today is my co-host, Knob.
Oh.
That's what he sounds like. And joining us is a man who majored in film but hasn't seen Shawshank Redemption, a man whose mom farts often, the sensei of the photo dojo, a walker of planes, master of dungeons, surfer of elf kids, an infamous victim of a circle betrayer, a guy whose dog's not retarded, dude. Please welcome formalwhale.
Hello.
How's it going, Dave?
It's good. If it's okay, during the whole of this podcast, I'm going to pretend we're in an actual studio.
Well, we are, so I don't know why you need to pretend.
That was my first joke. It obviously didn't land because we're in a studio. So I'm going to have to...
Well, us are in the studio together.
We all are. You're in one of those glass booths because you're like a co-host.
Yeah. And I always appreciate it when someone comes in here and describes the setting for the listeners at home.
I need to sit down first. Hold on. Ooh. I'm just going to take my coat off if that's alright.
Yeah, settle on in.
I like how you've covered the water bottle brands up.
Oh yeah, because we don't want people to hear the brand.
Yeah, we would want them to think we have a real sponsor.
Yeah, this is it's quite cozy. I like the BDSM dungeon aesthetic you've kind of gone with.
Yeah, and our fans are familiar with all the various decorations in the studio, having listened to the podcast.
I mean, yeah.
So without further ado, Dave, let's jump into that interview and find out what your favorite Magic the Gathering card is and why.
Oh shit, my favorite card. Well, my favorite character is Khan, which is pictures of him have been used in memes.
Oh, you post those in all those memes?
Yeah, all his magic memes.
The sad metal golem boy.
Yeah.
That's because Tack won't play Magic with you?
Exactly. I actually bought a foil version of his card, which is about $140. But I bought it with 60 quid on eBay.
Wow.
And this is a kind of silver lining. That also may have been the final straw of my last relationship.
Wait, really?
Yeah. So it's like a win-win, really.
Fantastic. Yeah. Why? Because Zoe just wasn't happy with you spending money, or what?
On myself, yeah, and then it wasn't equal. But I think it got to a point I'm fine with Tara. I spend money, I quite generous and shit. I don't know if it's just a mental underlining of this person doesn't deserve my money.
Sure. I mean, if you're in a worse relationship, you're probably not gonna.
Yeah, I think I'm a generous guy. I think I've got my underlining got to a point where I just don't really want to spend money on that person. We got pretty deep into this BDSM aesthetic, kind of triggers some deeper.
All right.
How's going deeper?
How's Lola doing?
Lola's great. I literally just caught her killing a spider outside. She tends to tear apart small insects for fun. She just lays there destroying them.
So what is it about her?
Yeah, it's really disturbing. I feel like.
Where do you think you went wrong in raising her?
Well, it might have been that chocolate egg that she digested.
She eat the toy?
Well, she ate an entire chocolate Easter egg.
Oh, like an Easter egg, okay.
Yeah, we were doing a Mario 64 speedrun challenge. Pretty common daily, thing you do. And I walk out and she's torn apart a whole Easter egg box.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was kind of in panic mode. For the next hour, my friend was holding her. Well, I was also holding her, but forcing my fingers down her throat. Made my hand bleed quite a lot while I was made her vomit a tiny bit. Then rushed her to a vet, where she forcibly ejected the entire contents of her stomach on the vet's floor.
Yeah.
Really? And that's what made her a serial killer.
And that is the butterfly effect, if you will. But it was a lot of vomit.
I could see that trauma turning somebody the wrong way, having
Yeah.
some bad effects on your sanity.
It's like I was just looking at her and she's like trying to get away from me because I'm trying to make her vomit, and it's like you're gonna die if you don't let me put my fingers down your throat.
You know, they say cheesy nuts are always great unless they're cheesy nuts without consent.
Yeah, I mean cheesy
Lola
nuts. What's it?
Lola Nux.
Lola nuts. Let's not get into Lola nuts. That's a whole other. That's a dog-friendly version of cheesy nuts.
So speaking of nuts, are you gonna get the opposite side of your hand onto that new Adventure Zone book that's coming out later?
I've got the first one.
Are you pre-ordering the next one?
I probably will. It's just I pre-ordered the first one in like May last year, and I got it like
It just came out, didn't it?
Yeah, like it took so long to actually be produced. I don't know if the next one will be quicker, but
I think they were saying it's supposed to be like 6 months or something like that.
I feel like it will be quicker this time. But Amazon kept like messaging me like, "We've changed the date again." Like, so I just never expected to get it, and then it arrived, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, it was pretty good."
Had to get like artists and stuff, everything working.
Well, they actually start to work immediately on the next volume. The one guy, I think it's the guy who did loads of very early fan art. It's pretty good. I think some of the jokes don't translate too well unless you've listened first.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine so. But I assume most of the people buying it are probably listening, right?
I mean, it's pretty popular podcast, so I don't think they'll. I mean, they've obviously not had too much trouble with it.
So they're not trying to keep the humor self-contained. They're nodding
no,
at the listeners.
Some like I think it translates well. They've nerfed it down a bit, if that makes sense, so that it translates well. But
I assume they don't want to just sell it to their.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like Griffin's still funny in it. Some of the odd references to like real celebrities are a bit odd. It's like, oh, okay.
Well, speaking of references, to steal tax segue power, what's your favorite film scene of all time?
Film
and
scene
why?
ever. That's very that's like so broad. give me a genre. Give me a genre.
A what?
A genre. A genre. A genre. See, it's hard.
Like,
How about
I don't know.
do three different ones. Do drama, comedy, and something obscure and artsy.
Action?
Pulp Fiction, do you say? Or fiction?
Screw action.
I thought this is quite hard.
We don't want to make it too easy.
If there's a lot of dead air, we're definitely cutting this.
Don't worry about taking your time.
Okay, one of my favorite scenes. I'm not even going to bother with genres now, but Alien is my favorite movie of all time, and I love the whole scene with where Ripley triggers Mother to self-destruct the ship.
Sure.
And like everything's going wrong. There's just alarms blaring, smoke just coming out of every vent. She's got Jonesy the cat and the container. She's just kind of panicking. You don't really know what she's even doing. She's just kind of running around like I think anyone would if they're about to blow up. And then she second guesses herself and tries to turn the implosion off like before it triggers, but she misses the deadline. And it's just like, I don't know, it's pretty fucking stressful. And then she gets on the escape pod, everything's fucking fine, the music mellows down. Oh wait, the alien's fucking right there.
Oh yeah.
I fucking love it. On top of that as well, I also love it when... This is a big spoiler for anyone who's not seen Alien, but it's way too far. Way too late. When like they don't even kill the alien, it kind of just holds onto the thrusters of a ship and just gets blown away. Like it just won't fucking die. Like.
I feel like that's sort of like part of it that they like couldn't even kill it. It kind of like
that's what I love. It's just like there's just no end, and then like I think they give like a big, like that stupidly like long explosion of a ship. Like it's like a 3 minute explosion. It just doesn't stop. I think that's a good climax to the whole movie. It's just like like here's some fucking explosions.
I saw a post about that scene on Movie Details recently where they were saying that I guess people thought that she like went way out of her way to rescue the cat like after she drops it and then comes back for it later, but she like left
Yeah,
it at the choke point where she needed to go anyways, like in front of the alien, and then she had to
yeah.
pass by it anyways to get where she was going later.
I think she just wasn't like thinking straight. That's why I like that scene. It's just constant like just frustration. Like she's just fucking running around, darting around. I mean, it's been a while since I watched it. I might be wrong, and she might have had a goal, but I think she was just kind of
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like
when
you
you're
just
trying
like
to,
the panic.
yeah, like when you're trying to leave the house and you've forgotten something, or you're like, where the fuck are the keys? And you're waiting. You know, there's like a bus in 10 minutes or something. Except death and stuff is part of the equation.
And it's kind of like watching a house of cards fall apart because it's all like the whole setup for that scenario is all like
Yeah,
meticulously Ridley Scotted.
such a good movie. I prefer Alien to Aliens, but I think most people prefer Aliens.
I liked Alien better too.
Yeah, I just love how I don't know, just low key and thrillerish rather than all action.
Sure.
Nothing wrong with Aliens, just different movies, obviously.
Where do you fall on that knob?
I remember liking both of them, but I feel like it's been long enough that I don't think I can like pick between them.
Rip.
Yeah,
One was the one where she fights the alien in the big exosuit.
that's two. Alien. Oh, Aliens. Sorry, not two.
This one I've seen more, but
Yeah.
So speaking of large, possibly fictional creatures, Dave, do you believe in Bigfoot?
I believe that at some point in evolution there was a creature that resembled a Sasquatch, but I don't think any exist today.
did you ever see that stabilized footage of like the original Bigfoot video?
I think I have, but I can't remember
One
anything.
stabilized it, and it looks fake as fuck when it's stabilized. Like the shaky cam makes it look like, oh my god, this is like.
Yeah, like
But then like the stabilized, it looks just like a man doing a walk.
someone should
Super fake.
stabilize Cloverfield, then I might watch it again.
Oh yeah, that like I hate that shaky cam thing.
So I watched it in cinemas and I was like, oh, okay. And then I watched it again. I was like, this sucks. Can we talk about Cloverfield actually? Like,
Sure.
okay, so Cloverfield, sure, that was it was an alright movie. Realistically, it was just kind of a gimmicky, thing around it.
Okay.
And then Cloverfield Lane came out. Okay, I watched that. I really loved Cloverfield Lane. Don't mind it being related to Cloverfield. I know that was tacked on.
Didn't really feel like a sequel or anything.
I didn't know
But
that it
then-
was a Cloverfield sequel when I watched it, and I feel like that made it 10 times better because the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
time you
I
have
wish it
no
was
idea
more clear.
what,
Yeah,
whether he's right about aliens or whatever.
yeah. I wish it wasn't called Cloverfield. I think it originally wasn't a Cloverfield project. I think Abraham, who shit, who the fuck am I talking? J.J. Abrams.
JJ Lincoln.
Oh shit, is that the episode title?
Abraham heard a voice from above and was like, we need that Cloverfield movie.
We need more money. So yeah, when she gets, I mean, spoilers, when she gets out and then hijacks an alien ship, that's where I signed off.
I really didn't like that they added Pokemon into the mix at the end of the movie either. Like, Mewtwo comes out of nowhere and just like explodes that one alien.
Yeah. I mean, when Digimon as well, when the Digivices fell out of the ship after it crashed, I was kind of on board.
I don't know. I think we only need one Ready Player One within like a 5-year period.
I think we should have 3, and I think you're wrong.
Getting closer to 0.
0.1.
We need to know how bad
Sure.
our media can get.
Do we
What's
though?
everyone's opinion on Extraordinary League of Gentlemen?
That was a great movie and a kind of iffy comic.
I thought the
I've-
comic was pretty good.
I've not
I
read the
was-
comic. I know it's Alan Moore, isn't it? But,
Thick Alan Moore, like fucked up stuff.
yeah.
Rape as a Plot Device, the comic series.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like the
Wait, did
Invisible
he
Man's
pretty
much?
backstory is kind of fucked up.
Who's
like-
backstory?
The Invisible
The
Man.
Invisible Man.
Oh, right, okay.
He's in like a girls' school, and they think it's like the Holy Spirit that's like gonna like
Oh my God.
eliminate them, but he's really just like the Invisible Man.
And they're going out of their way to get his attention too, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, they made him like pretty evil, and then at one point they show that Hyde can see an infrared,
Oh shit.
okay.
and then they like don't mention it for a while. Then the Invisible Man disappears, and there's like a scene where Hyde is he like invites Nemo to the table, and then the Invisible Man has
Follows.
died, and so he starts to become visible, and there's just blood.
Oh shit,
Yeah, it was pretty
that's pretty
intense.
cool.
I had like the compendium or whatever because I got it on sale.
I might pick it up. I need to read it.
You can get
What
it
I
for
read
cheap.
recently,
Probably worth.
I've been reading the Batman Metal saga.
I've heard those are good.
Yeah, I'm big into the whole like what if kind of.
Kind of like
Um,
too edgy.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of a point now. It's like meant to be like a metal, like
Yeah,
just over
but
top.
like the individual issues like looked so good
Yeah.
with like
I got the compendiums of the first and second. Pardon me. First and second hardbacks. What do you call them? Like collections of.
like
single-
trade paperbacks.
Yeah, paperbacks. Yeah. They're pretty cool. They all have foil covers as well and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, I also bought I think they're called Elsewhere, are they? I can't remember. Do you know where
There's a
they
bunch
did
of elsewhere. That was like the old school ones where they were
Yeah.
like, "What if Batman was a Green Lantern?"
Yeah, like I bought I think they've done 2 of those. I've bought the like compendiums. I've bought the first 2. One was really good. It was like the Holy Crusader, where like the government was like a religious state, and like Bruce was like a vicar, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, it was kind of weird. And he eventually like spoiler, but he finds a lab where they're basically like it's experimenting on all known like superheroes and stuff that you see that you know from the DC universe. And at one point he gets shot at, but he manages to dodge it, and Superman's body is like tied up in like a crucifix looking thing,
thanks.
and the bullets get deflected off his chest, and Batman does like a really camp smile at his sleeping body. It's really odd.
That's something.
Yeah, I might try and dig that up if I can find a screenshot of it.
Sure,
It's
we
really
can.
odd.
We'll use it as our new icon.
Yeah, just Batman smiling. Speaking of Batman, we keep going on to segues, but have you seen the Justice League movie?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that just because I personally love Batfleck.
I thought he was perfectly fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Batfleck.
You
But
guys are insane.
in Justice League, that's the only Batfleck was the only reason I went to see Justice League, and I was
Well, I mean,
disappointed.
It was better than Batman vs Superman, but that's like a pretty low bar.
Yeah, I only saw the cut version of that, which apparently is okay. I mean, I
Oh, the-
enjoyed
The
it.
extended one or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you can
Longer?
see Ben Affleck in the cowl, like even just that much of his face, without wondering how the douchebag schlub he plays in every other thing he's in got into the bat suit.
I generally don't. I don't think I've seen enough of Ben Affleck's stuff to be
I don't-
honest.
I don't do
to-
that thing where actors like it makes me think of what other roles that they've done.
Yeah, I don't think I do that too much. I think certain actors you can't avoid that. I'm trying to
I guess
think
I
about
get
it.
like
Like Chris Evans is always Thor.
I don't do that with Chris Evans, so I don't know who. I'm sure there is someone in my head, but I do that.
I did that with him like retroactively, like Cabin in the Woods.
What's it?
Who would try and justify every that an actor is in and try and like create it as like one timeline.
I don't know. I think it just is strong with
Like-
Ben Affleck because it's like all of his other roles, and then there's Batman. Like all those other roles could be the same person
Makes
on one
sense.
timeline.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Weren't people annoyed about like Heath Ledger in the same way?
Were they?
I actually don't remember.
I think people were pretty annoyed, and then.
But he doesn't really look like himself as the Joker.
No, definitely not. No.
With all the makeup, I've gotten that I look a little bit like Heath Ledger. And so
I can see
Yeah,
it.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger Joker for Halloween a couple times.
Sitting in the studio looking at your face now, I can agree.
It's weird that you
Doesn't Halloween dyed your
like
hair
it's-
green? Like, I mean, well, it
it's
does
still a
help,
few
but
days off from Halloween, so it's weird that you're kind of in the full get up right now though.
yeah, like.
I actually went to a Halloween wedding a couple years ago, the year that I was the Joker, and at the party, like afterwards, I kept forgetting that I had like scary Joker makeup and just smiling at people, and their first reaction was fear, and I kept being like, "Wait,
That's
what?"
awesome.
Before remembering that I had like Joker scars.
This is actually a normal wedding, wasn't it? You just turned up as a Joker.
It was a costume wedding. That's just how I was dressed. Hey, he has like formal attire. He's wearing like a vest and
Yeah, I suppose it would fit. I mean, you could give to like if Tugo ever gets married, I'm sure you'd look underdressed if you went as a Joker.
So, how's your new desk?
I mean, it's not set up at all yet, but just picked it up. They took it apart for us, so
Okay,
I was
so you're gonna be able
expecting.
to actually use a mouse.
Yeah, I've got a Razer mouse I bought 3 years ago. Never unboxed it, just because last time I had a Razer mouse and I had a situation where I had no desk. It just got like a wire got worn out so quickly.
Sure. Didn't you say that you were putting the mouse like on your leg or something?
Yeah, I played Overwatch with a magic binder as a mouse mat, which is curved because it's not like a solid object.
That sounds pretty bad.
Playing Overwatch, I cannot deal with stupidly fast, and I cannot turn like I've got like a 180 kind of like view frame that I can
Sensitivity
actually
all the way, so that you
Yeah.
only need to twitch it just like the tiniest bit.
Yeah, it's fucking. I mean, I'm pretty good. I'm not gonna. So when I get to my desk, I'm sure I'll be like getting sponsors from like Blizzard and.
When the Dragon Ball Z people take off their weighted clothing.
Yeah, I'm basically
These
Piccolo.
last 3 years
and,
have
and
been
that's all my
your hyperbolic time chamber.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I understand all these references because I watched Dragon Ball Z. So.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I knew about the heavy clothing, but I think I'm gone after that.
Well,
Oh, it's over 9,000.
It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?
we can't all know the good things in life.
No, like that flick.
Speaking of Dragon Ball Z, which is super hyped, has anything exciting been happening in your D&D games?
Yeah, we recently stopped playing and we watched Dragon Ball Evolution, and we're just really enjoying that. We just kind of watch it on loop. Okay, that's my Dragon Ball
Just
knowledge.
meet for like 3 hours at a time.
Yeah, we're just like, okay, guys, pretend you're one of the characters on the screen.
That sounds like the most exciting possible thing that could happen.
Exactly. One of my players, well, they took down a guard that had become corrupt, like a demigod, in my campaign.
Nice.
If you've played Twilight Princess, kind of think of those like gods of each shrine, if that makes sense. If you played it.
Okay.
So it's like a giant sloth with like saber-tooth fangs.
It was like a big boss fight.
Yeah, well, actually, they pretty much fucked it up in its corrupt form, and then when it was like okay again, I've created an item that I've Paula's character accepted. It's a. I'm not going to give too much spoilers because obviously she's probably going to listen to this. But she is an air sign, which is a bear humanoid race I've kind of added to my campaign.
Okay, a polar.
She is a polar bear, yeah. Called Gunnar. She's a barbarian and she's about to go into druid as well. But I've given her an item I've made called a god seed, so I'm probably going to try and make a few more depending on what we do in my campaign.
Give everyone like their own custom item.
Kind of. I mean, it depends on the guard we meet, really. If different, my world like listed with them. So this is basically like a ball of like vine that will wrap around her arm, and so far she has the ability to change it into any martial weapon. So like sword, shield, or
Oh, sweet. So it's like the grass sword.
yeah, kind of. Somebody made a reference, but I don't think I've watched too much event. I stopped watching like season 6 of Adventure Time. I think where you just got the grass sword. So
Yeah.
And people have made that reference. I'm like, yes.
It's got some
Definitely,
serious.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's got some serious plot happenings later on.
Ooh. I did see a bit where it like wrapped around his arm and like was kind of like linked. So I think that's where I got that idea from. But I haven't watched beyond that. But it's currently creeping up her arm, and we'll find out if what else it does. Because I've made a template which
turn
is
into
obvious.
a tree.
Well, maybe yeah. The template I've made for it is obvious that more is unlocked the more you kind of submit yourself, but we'll see.
Cool.
Watch this space. I'm sure we'll bring that up in like every cast.
Speaking of bringing things up, let's bring up a word from our sponsors.
Do you have issues with things such as camel toe, moist fingers, or strange discharge? Then call and speak with Dr. Togo now for our new and improved serum. Call 1-800-TOGO and quote code word #OldManDoctor for 10% off your first order.
Dr. Togo is licensed under the YUS Medical Board of Trustees and is therefore not a real doctor. Should you experience any side effects such as runny side boob, increased glands, uncontrollable defecation or a loss of ears and limbs, it is advised to seek urgent medical attention.
Alright, welcome back to Why Us, the podcast nobody else would do.
I'm gonna buy that product.
Aren't we all? It's time to run on over to the rundown and see what's happened in the last week or so of Why As.
What you running from? Who you running to? Ready to kick some ass? Yeah, bring a gun or two.
First up on the list, Togo has been doing a series of horror movie reviews as we progress toward Halloween. He's been binging those horror movies.
Oh, is that why he's been doing it? I guess that makes sense.
I thought it was just
Got it.
he's a spooky boy.
I mean, I'm
He's a
assuming
spooky
that
boy.
maybe I shouldn't speak for Togo. He could just be spooky.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, you might put a hex on here or whatever goths do.
Yeah, so for the sake of not getting hexed, we'll just say he's reviewing horror movies and leave it at that.
The next podcast will have to be a seance. Yeah.
And didn't you see this Ouija board that we attached to the wall?
I mean, that's why I brought it up.
That's actually...
I thought that was just decoration, but is that practical?
I mean, it comes up like in this studio's BDSM aspect. It comes up more in that than in the podcast, but...
Yeah, it's like... Can you describe a situation like where it's...
If I described it in a way such as to protect the identities of the people involved, it wouldn't really make sense or be funny.
Yeah, sorry, we just got to keep that under wraps.
Yeah, we got to keep our ghost identities private, especially.
We can't let Tuga's name go out because that would...
Yeah, we'll take that out in post.
Oh, you did it. Yeah, we're just gonna have to edit that out.
Tack's looking at me really angry right now.
Yeah.
Now he's like raising an eyebrow.
I mean, I'm always angry.
I don't know what he's doing.
It's the tack version of anger is raising one eyebrow slightly.
He's actually just raised a third hidden eyebrow.
Don't tell them where that eyebrow came from, though. That's That's private.
I mean, that's down to mind's eye. A little clue.
We're gonna take that clue out in
Anyway.
post.
Oh shit.
Restless Chicken was talking about her disgusting coworker
Oh.
who warm milk
Ooh.
and warm yogurt at her desk, as
That's-
well as creating like a gummy bear monument and then slowly eating them from her
gummy
keyboard.
Gummy bear what, sorry?
A monument like on her keyboard, like a giant
uh.
diorama of gummy bears
On the
And then
keyboard.
On the keyboard, that
on the
used to be
keyboard.
Restless Chicken. Like this coworker
It's
had
not like
no
her own
idea
keyboard
where
from
this
home.
keyboard has been. It was just like assigned to her,
Jesus.
and she's putting gummy bears all over it.
What age range have we got one?
She said she was a lawyer, so it's like late 20s at minimum.
Well, what type of law? Like
I don't know.
gummy law? Is that a
Gummy
thing?
law, yeah.
Gummy law.
Defending gummy bears.
And then eating them when they can't pay up.
Oh, yeah.
So she doesn't get
Your
this
clients pay.
What's it? Oh, guys, the Ouija board's doing something.
Oh yeah, it's spelling out
Oh shit.
R
C.
C. No, yeah, there was an
Oh.
R before the C though, because it's spelling out
RC.
RC Mael had a temporary
Oh.
showcase this week. Wow, that was really fast
Wow, that
spelling.
was really quick. Yeah.
It started off slow, but then it started really quickly moving around.
It does help having a digital Ouija board
Yeah, I mean,
that we don't have
you don't want to like
actually touch.
inconvenience the spirits.
Yeah. It's just a quick like.
He went
it's like
to
getting texted by a ghost.
Akron?
I think it's Akron.
Get like a special car dash installed. But
Car
he
dash? Like a
dashboard,
Yeah.
like the readout, he got like a fancy readout.
Okay.
But he told us he was doing it and then didn't give us any info about it for like 3 days or something.
Wasn't he supposed to go to an auto show or something?
I thought that's what it was, but then on I think Tuesday, he went through and like described all of his like what he actually did, and it was very entertaining. But it just wasn't on the weekend, even though it was a weekend showcase.
Oh yeah, I didn't look at that once.
He was the second temporary showcase we've done so
Yeah.
far.
I didn't look at the first one once.
Well, that's understandable. The first
Was
one was
Peyton.
Peyton.
That was Peyton going to
A show.
some kind of show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never heard of a guy. Had you guys heard of whoever it was?
Peyton?
It was someone that he's posted in the music channel a bunch of times.
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
I didn't look at there unless I'm posting thing because only my music can play.
I've never heard of Peyton either.
I think
Speaking
me
of showcases,
Me and
the real showcase.
yeah, I actually looked at that because he wouldn't fucking answer his questions that I put in. He eventually did, but
Anonymous,
anonymous, yeah.
whose showcase has been pretty inactive, but there was some excitement into a Minecraft fight,
Oh, like IRL about Minecraft or Minecraft?
like in Minecraft.
Oh, okay. That's not nearly as interesting.
Oh, but it is.
Oh, sell it to me.
I've got one word for you. Taco.
Oh, wait, like a actual aggression between them, or
I don't know the full depths of it.
oh,
Take it away,
shit.
Knob.
Would you
From
risk
what-
that fight?
From what he described in it, he like went. He has some kind of tower, and he went in, and it was I'm gonna say furry desecrated
Uh,
as a
okay.
way to describe it. Let me see if I can pull up how he described it, like what exactly he did. dog in his house. He put furry signs on his house. He left 2 dildos.
How are they, like, what do you mean dildos?
Yeah, what's the Minecraft? Is that a pole or a fence post?
I assumed that it was just like something that he built out of blocks, but honestly, maybe Minecraft has dildos in it. I don't know.
Maybe.
It was named Uwu Taco to suck my doggy dick.
Oh man, who's moderating this Minecraft? We need to get Sarah in here.
I don't know.
I
So I
heard
guess-
I heard that Notch made it like a post when he was still making Minecraft, like of all like upcoming changes he was gonna add to the game, and like one of them was like monkey NPCs. But then Taco emailed him and just said no, like literally the word no, and then he took the post down
Oh,
and left.
Taco is
Mojang.
very influential in Minecraft.
Yeah. He said, if you post it, I will kill every single monkey you ever spawn in anyone's game.
That's also why he never ended up adding that shotgun item, because he was afraid Taco would get his hands on it.
Yeah.
A hold of it.
Oh, the umbrella.
Yeah. Speaking of NPCs, which are governed by AI, which are associated with robots, the bot post this week that referenced bacon was just an unavailable video. And the general consensus
The bot is really
was that that was quite accurate.
I think Bacon himself even corroborated that it was accurate.
Wow. That's out of character.
Yeah, it's weird that he
Him
showed
being
up.
there.
Well, hey, he hasn't gotten kicked yet, right?
I think he's been kicked
True.
once,
Oh.
maybe. I'm pretty sure.
Considering that he's too busy selling his 6 houses.
Does anyone else think he looks like Gary Oldman?
No.
Yeah,
I
but
think so,
Canadian.
man. Unless I don't know what Gary Oldman looks like.
Well, I mean, I think he constantly shifts.
I know
doesn't
what
he?
Gary Oldman looks like, and I disagree. He does not look like.
Some of these, how you could maybe think that.
I think I'm thinking of one specific picture where he's like got like a concerned
I don't really
face.
see how Gary Oldman looks like a little baby in a white hat, though.
Also in the subreddit, there was a spree of comments, say this, and then replies, do this, which I always like those kinds of interactive posts, but I feel like they never
Yeah,
one
I
about
think I remember
where you've been,
this.
like a place that and then or that you from, and then someone else who hasn't been there describes about it. There's like 150 comments or something.
Oh no, I did not see that.
That seems like one of the
Could be a lot.
iffiest like post topics too. There were some good ones in there.
Let's see here. Oh, there's a couple of good ones. There's also the top level comments, the flare you're hoping for next purge day, and then replies, the flare that you'll actually get.
That was kind of funny.
And Peyton made fun of it, saying top level comments are the best comments with the most upvotes, and replies are responses to those comments. Rain did one too. I feel like those things are like kind of nice because it gets like real active during them. So I feel like we can go through long periods of time where
Yeah, as a
Making-
drought.
Yeah.
just where like people interact with one another.
Yeah, it's good to have
I tend
some
to-
sub content like that. So it makes it less dead.
I tend to only get a sub tick when I remember that if when I can't remember if I posted that week, and then I'll just insult someone or just type random crap on my keyboard.
I feel like all the people who are involved in the podcast that
Yeah.
we've had the last couple times don't ever go on the sub.
Well, we've got a Ouija board now, so we don't need to go on the sub.
Just program the digital Ouija board to say what the most recent posts are in the sub.
Yeah, that's our new podcast mascot.
It's a
Ouija.
Ouija board.
Yeah, Ouija.
A couple people from that Ouija subreddit.
Oh yeah.
People respond with single letters.
Yeah, I like that sub. Not
I
enough
really
to
understand.
subscribe to it, but
I like the idea of that sub.
yeah. Like I subscribed to Subreddit Simulator, then quickly unsubscribed because
I still
It got too
subscribe to that.
confusing.
It's getting like better. Something's being tweaked on their end that's getting more accurate.
But it's like I'm confusing them with real posts.
That's the fun
But
for
they're not.
me, is like not seeing what subreddit it's coming from and then being like,
Clicking it.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
To me, though, it's always something really interesting. I'm like, holy shit, what? And then I'm like, oh,
Like, oh, what? They're
So you just get,
legalizing smoking marinara? What's going on?
smoking Ouija board.
Well,
I've been looking at best of legal advice a lot recently. Feel like
Any good?
daily there's like something really like fucked up or weird to read.
I only see that when it gets linked to subreddit drama.
Yeah,
or something like that.
I got bored of that sub recently. Like, I fucking love drama, but subreddit drama is just usually kind of boring or disappointing.
I'm getting
The last
my
couple weeks, it hasn't been very good.
Yeah,
I'm getting my drama
I'd highly
take
recommend
on
best of legal advice.
on the fuck's it? Malicious compliance is some good.
It's a good
drama.
I've heard of.
I love malicious compliance and petty revenge.
Yeah,
Have you seen I Don't Work Here, Lady?
Not
That one's good. It's basically people come up to OP and assuming they work in wherever they are,
okay.
and the stories that come from that, because they're usually pretty adamant that they work there, and they don't. So
oh, that's fantastic.
yeah, happens quite a lot.
Another one that I like because it's low stakes drama is I Am Very Culinary.
Oh man,
Like, I am very smart, but
So it's like people being like, this isn't a real gatekeeping, and like people getting really mad. Usually in gift recipes, that
Yeah.
sub apparently is just like a dumpster fire. So many times where I've seen comments where they're like, how dare you post this disgusting mess and pretend that it's food?
it's fantastic. Em always browsed the food subreddit just to get mad like that. Like she
yeah.
if anybody posts a ratatouille and it looks like something from the movie Ratatouille, she gets so mad and she's like, that's not
'Cause,
really
yeah,
what
a real
ratatouille is.
just like really thinly sliced veggies and stuff, right? Like in like a spiral.
No, that's what it is in the movie. In reality, it's more stew-like. Like, you don't present it like that.
Yeah, the things that I've seen the most, obviously there's steak, where if your steak is not a heathen.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that people were really intense about paella.
Oh man,
You put
My
like
biggest,
anything besides like 3 ingredients in it.
that's ridiculous though, because like within Spain, there's regional differences in paella that are enormous.
But I guess people on Reddit like really fucking care about it.
That's insanity.
My biggest pet peeve food-wise is like when people make cheese nuts and they use like grated cheese instead of a cheese slice. It's like,
Oh yeah, it's got to be a
it's just
processed single.
disrespecting. Like, you gotta respect the dish. You can't just go off the charts like that.
It's impressive if they get shredded cheese to stay on their knucks though.
Well, you obviously use a hairdryer to keep it on. Like, we're not fucking animals.
Sounds painful.
But also, why would you not just use a cheese slice like a normal?
Maybe you don't have a cheese slice. Sometimes all you got left is a little bit of shredded cheese.
You wouldn't make an omelette without an egg or a pan, would you?
Now we're at the segment of the show where Tack goes away for a few minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I guess we can also take this opportunity to hear a word from our sponsors.
Oh.
SoundCloud is shit though. Listen, I just think you need to explain why SoundCloud is so bad. Lol, no you. Does this sound familiar? Does it make you break out in a cold sweat? Does it make you shit your guts out uncontrollably? If the answer to one or all of these things is yes, worry no more. Call 1-800-BURNS-UNIT to speak to a fully qualified shitposting technician today and get the perfect comeback to level at your online nemesis. Our professionals will provide you with the ability to virtually slay your opponents in cold blood and dance in their entrails. Call us now. No burn, no fee.
I'm not going to buy that product. That was That was
That one-
subpar.
That one wasn't nearly as good as the
Nah.
last one.
While it was playing, I vomited in my mouth a little bit. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw you like convulse, but I thought maybe you were just having like a mini seizure.
I mean, I have those, but this was not. That was not one of those. I feel a bit. I don't really feel like continuing, but I will, for the sake of a podcast.
Well, if you want, you
Nobody.
can go.
No, I'll stick for it. No, nobody buy that product. If I see it on a shelf, I'm gonna throw it on the floor,
Wow.
and then I'll buy it because you can't just throw stuff in the stores.
It'll be like when someone buys a jersey and then burns it
Yeah,
to protest the product. You'll buy it.
yeah. We'll have a good old-fashioned burning of insert product name here. I'm sure that'll be done in post.
Yeah, we can edit that in.
Yeah. Let's think of movie scenes again. Let's go back to the old question.
K-Biz said sci-fi, but I guess Alien is sci-fi, huh?
Yeah. You might have said that after Alien because that's what K-Biz does. I feel like I should mention.
retroactively.
Yeah, I feel like I should mention a Truman Show. I don't know why. It's a good movie.
I feel like the best thing about the Truman Show is watching it and then being like, "Hey, in that Truman Show."
Yeah, I mean, I never had that.
Work.
Like, I think it's a good concept, but well, not a good concept that shouldn't ever happen. But well, I mean, we kind of got Big Brother and all that, didn't we?
Like doing it as like a if you did like a modern day version, it would have to be like a reality TV where like you knew about it.
Yeah. But then maybe the span with like they get out of it and then it's still ongoing, or they get evicted like first and then that's actually the beginning of the show. That'd be a good concept. I'm gonna write a screenplay. Have you ever seen Dead Set?
Is it?
Dead Set, it's called.
No, I have not.
Okay, so you know the TV show Big Brother?
Yeah.
The UK version of that. Do you have Charlie Brooker who did Black Mirror?
Okay.
He did a series called Dead Set, which is basically it's set in a Big Brother house in the UK version, but during a zombie apocalypse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Is it
really
like
well done.
a reality show, but during the zombie apocalypse?
Yeah, like it's not the actual show. Like you do watch. It's obviously got bits of the actual show, but it like cuts to outside life and stuff where it starts happening, and then it eventually leaks into the actual show and all that.
That sounds pretty great.
Yeah, I think it's a 4-part series. It's quite short, but it's good.
Speaking of
Yeah.
good things that happen in a series, let's head on over to the recap and recap the recap. You guys have your recaps open?
Yeah, I've got mine in front of me on the table that we're sharing.
Nice.
Yeah, we did not have very many kicks this week.
I'm actually going to open mine now because I've realised what we're doing.
Yeah, it's a small pool of newbie quotes to pick from, which is why we ended up
March
with...
was the only person who got kicked, and he got added right back, right?
Who did?
To March.
Yeah.
Mark.
Instant re-add there. I also have an upvote on Hotspot, so I think they might have done something at some point.
Maybe they commented in the
What's
last.
Hotspot?
Maybe. What?
What's Hotspot?
That's one of the users who got kicked.
On my home computer and not my work computer, so maybe some of these were people that I have upvotes on my work computer, but I got nothing on these.
RIP. Yeah, I've got more upvotes on the newbies so far than on the kicks.
Wait, 2 March was kicked? Did he come back?
Yeah.
They added him. Sarah added him right back, I think.
Okay. He
'Cause
joined like
he just
2
did
weeks
that
ago.
classic thing where you're active in the Discord and then you don't go on the side.
Yeah. That's why they go.
I love when somebody's active on the Discord, like right after the recap comes out and they've been
Yeah.
kicked, and then I just get to be like, do the weekly purge, YSbot. And then
Yeah,
they're
that's
dead.
happened to me twice.
Good stuff.
Yeah, there isn't very many good comments. So the flares this week are spooky
Oh yeah,
for
yeah.
the season.
It's like monsters or something like that. Is what?
You're the Slender Man.
Yeah, I got a good pick, but somebody else got the Bogle, which is sort of disappointing.
I feel like Bogles aren't really scary, but I guess if it's just like
They
generic
are
monsters.
magic.
I think traditionally they're like trickster.
Yeah, they're like goblins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which are kind of.
Oh, I'm a Hydra.
You're a Hydra.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Leok,
What is?
which is like a spooky floating head with like entrails coming down from it.
Oh, that's.
I mean, that pretty
Separates
much
from the
fits you.
person.
That fits you perfectly.
Yeah, because I just don't have a body.
No.
It's got to be the spookiest
Yeah.
one out of us.
Yeah,
What did you say you were, Tech?
Slender Man.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
It's accurate.
Which would you
See,
rather
someone-
take your chances with?
Someone is still an inventor. Miss Savory? That sounds like an inventor, right?
Savory.
Maybe.
I think that is.
I don't have any tags or votes on this person, so I don't know who it is. And all the names are gone because the CSS prank is.
Yeah, I can't see
You
shit.
just gotta hover over. If you have an RES thing activated, hover over the upvotes.
Do you,
it's
what was
it's
the
hungry
name?
full.
Hungry Full.
Slipe in there. Oh, it's a eat like a dog.
Hungry Full's actually an OG, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they don't.
It's not super active
Just
lately.
must. Yeah, I must just not see them much. I think I've got upvotes for them on my work computer.
Yeah.
Because that's when I do most of my redditing.
He was more active in like the first year or two. Also,
Okay.
famously, really likes durians for some reason.
Oh. So, like to be a terrorist, you mean?
Yeah. Well, we've got a lot of those here.
True. There's a boba tea place here where you can order a durian shake,
Oh no.
like a lockbox,
Oh,
and if they have to like open the box, you can't change your mind
Why do they bother?
anyway. I guess some people like them. I assume.
Doesn't that like make people want to leave the store though?
Oh yeah, I've never been there when someone opened it, but I've been to the place and someone told me that that'll happen, and then like everyone will be like, I guess.
Yeah.
Bees probably don't want to smell it.
Seems like you just order it to piss everybody else off. I don't see any other reason.
Maybe that's why they do it.
Because they like to piss off their customers.
A lot else happened in the recap.
Yeah, pretty tame this week.
well, that's my last visit of a subreddit for a week.
Did you get a comment in?
Nah, I'll get one in.
Alright, well you've got
Yeah,
like
it's tomorrow, isn't
12
it?
hours.
I'll get one.
The trick is to comment in the recap.
Nah, because then if the recap's late and you do that too early, then you're screwed.
I posted in this is the end, beautiful friend.
Nice.
Whoever posted that.
Probably rain.
Probably Rain, because that sounds like a lyric.
Yeah,
And
it
Rain
does.
posted a bunch of in all caps.
I don't like him.
So you guys
Oh.
got the second ad bumper in already?
Yeah. It, just don't
Spent a
bring it
while
up.
talking about that.
Yeah, let's just forget about that.
Alright. Then I'm gonna try to find my link to the community questions.
Can't believe you brought it up again.
Did we miss
Got some more world news?
Oh, world news?
Yeah.
Yeah.
a segment?
Yeah, forgot about that. Good
This
catch.
is an XL podcast this week.
Let's see, we
XL
got...
podcast for an XL boy.
In the world news, I just grabbed the first thing that kind of sort of was YS linked that I saw. I figure there's a lot of there's a lot of depressed people on YS, and there's a couple people who are kind of into psychedelics.
I mean, I think we'll have some more after that advert.
So
We'll have some more after that last product advertisement.
Oh, absolutely. You're gonna want to scramble your brain to get that advert out of your head. Psychedelic psilocybin therapy for depression has been granted breakthrough therapy status by the FDA, which means that the FDA is going to help make it easier to.
Are they going to stop making it
testing.
be Schedule 1?
I mean, eventually it's probably just going to end up being a medicinal license sort of a deal.
I think right now psilocybin is Schedule 1, which is like drugs that are supposed to be drugs that are so dangerous that you can't use them for anything. You know, like weed.
Yeah,
like weed.
But I mean, weed was that. Yeah.
Isn't.
But basically what it means as of right now is just that they're helping people do more tests to make sure it's as clinically promising as it seems to be, which is very, very...
Yeah, there's been a bunch of studies about that for a while. That and ketamine are the big ones.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Which, great.
Like micro doses of ketamine?
No, you take it and then it's like a therapy thing where you, like a person, and they like watch you or whatever. Do it? I'm not sure.
So you're taking like a full like what people do recreationally?
I mean, I don't know like how much in comparison. But...
psilocybin, where it's microdosing.
Oh, is the psilocybin thing just microdosing?
I think that's like that's the clinically effective one that people talk about.
Makes sense.
I prefer eye dosing personally.
Say eye dosing?
Yeah, have you never heard of eye dosing?
Like dropping in your eyeballs?
No. As in the letter I. It's where you listen to audio files and close your eyes.
Oh, is that like when you like cover your eyes with something super dark and then you like make yourself hallucinate?
Yeah, that's my favorite high.
Well, psilocybin is great. I would highly recommend it, microdose or otherwise.
Ditto.
Some
good stuff.
Now would be a good time to go to the community questions.
Before we do, I think I would recommend everyone listen to this podcast, restarts it, and then begins eye dosing to it for a little Halloween.
I'd like to counter that recommendation with a recommendation that you not.
Well, this guy put the second advert in this podcast, so can you trust it?
All right, Dave, are you ready for your community question?
Hold on. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, you're gonna have 3 seconds to answer this next one. So be like on your toes. What is 8 times 7?
I'm just not gonna bother because I'm sick of
time's up. Sorry, Dave.
Oh, got me there.
All right, next question. Penis.
Yes.
Question number 3. No memes. What could moviegoers do to enjoy more movies? What makes a good movie?
Good. Okay, that doesn't make sense for one. Like, what can they do to go see a movie but make it better?
Yeah, put the onus on the moviegoer. And
so they've got like contact.
What do they need to do?
They've got
lower their standards, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, personally,
true.
I just like going to the cinema and buying a big fucking drink, and just not have annoying people there, but it's kind of beyond your control.
Sure.
Next question. That's kind of a...
I guess the next question is the part 2 of that question. What makes a good movie?
I mean, it's a really broad questions. It's got to have visuals. They have to move. Yep. Next question.
Do they? All right. Why don't you watch Shawshank Redemption?
I don't know what that is.
Why don't you watch Bakugan?
I do daily. Part of my morning wake up routine.
Why?
Because it's just gets you ready for the day. A bit of Bakugan battle action or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Would you kindly attempt a very posh English accent if you would, please?
No. I don't think I can.
Understandable.
I think.
Well, you never know if you don't try.
I think my lisp quite slips into Scouse quite easily.
I can kind of hear it.
I think you have to be not English to kind of appreciate it.
Probably.
But to go be like, oh, that's fucking shit.
Oh, there you go.
That wasn't posh. That was just like a angry guttural kind of.
When are you going to build your Secret Santa Gundam model?
When I've got my desk. I was actually saving it for when I've got my desk, and I have my desk now, so it's...
So are you building it right
well,
now?
no, I
as
haven't
we
got my
speak?
desk set up yet, so... If I was building it right now, you'd hear, like, blood gushing from my fingers, and me getting frustrated with tiny stickers.
Be that meme of
Is that not
someone
what you're doing?
building a thing where in every photo the hands are just like bloodier and bloodier.
Yeah, that's pretty much me. Like, I've cut my fingers so much. I've got massive hands, I think. So I need a higher grade Gundam, which is like a lot, like not a lot more money, but it's like about 20 to 30 quid more, which is kind of what they cost already. Which I'm gonna get eventually.
Ah, yes. The old Dodge, big hands, big Gundam.
Yeah, I need a bigger model so I can actually hold the bit pieces and not cut my fingers.
Get a life-size Gundam.
Yeah, I should do it. I wonder how long it took them to build that. The one in Japan.
This next question is, I'm not sure who's interviewing people this week, but please ask the interviewers to select a question of their choice to ask the VC Discord channel.
Oh god.
Anybody in VC right now want to answer a question?
I choose K-Biz if he's there.
Frock wants to answer a question.
Oh, Tara's there as well.
Also Tara.
Alright.
What question do we want to ask, Tak?
I'm gonna pick one from here. I'm just gonna take the next one.
Tara?
Do you guys think you could take Jess in a brawl?
Do you think I could take Jess in a brawl?
Do they think they can take Jess in a brawl?
Frock says no.
Yeah.
But she says yeah.
Why not and why?
So yeah, why or why not?
Respectively.
Themselves or is it a team?
No, by yourselves.
Why nails?
By yourselves.
They're by themselves, okay.
This is a disaster of a question.
How long are your nails?
And she is like Edward Scissorhands, but without the scissors and they're on her fingers. It's more like Tara nail fingers.
She would just cut Jess to ribbons.
She just cuts giant blocks of ice into random statues.
I agree because Jess is a low-key pacifist.
I don't believe it.
So Tara would destroy him. Sephiroth, I think you could destroy Jess too.
Oh.
I think we all can.
Disrespect.
It just depends on how few Ruths you have.
Okay.
If you order like...
You have the killing spirit.
If you order like 5 different items off a McDonald's menu, you'll just like...
And then just offer them as a surrender. Like, if you surrender, I'll give you these McDonald's items.
You'd be like, what's your next? That's my French.
That's the accent?
Like,
you nailed it.
Davy, which is how do you say next?
Wow, I've never heard such an accurate
that was
impression
perfect.
before.
For a second, I thought Jess was on this podcast with us.
Well, let's all. I can't think of a joke, so yeah, he's not here. It's just me.
So Dave, your favorite kids movie is now rated PG-13 and is allowed a single F-bomb. Where do you put it?
I think Wally, because he doesn't speak once, should get to see fuck.
When does he do that?
Either when he crushes his insect companion for the first time, and I think maybe only time.
All right, like in the beginning of the movie?
Or like later on when he's locked outside the ship, I think at one point. It's just fuck. Yeah. But it's like a really deep voice. I feel like Toy Story should get one, but I'm not sure where that would be.
I feel like when they figure out kid is,
yeah, fuck.
They're like, yeah, see it, and they just turn to each other, and then they both say it simultaneously.
Or like when hold on, my mind just went blank. Fuck.
So if you could punch one famous person in the face, who would it be and why?
Coney 2012. Let's keep that going.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've still got like 5 posters in my room. Let's do it, guys. Let's get some awareness up.
What's the weirdest thing you have been to the doctor for?
Ingrown toenails, maybe. I'm really clumsy and I've got massive fucking feet.
So you like stubbed
Like,
your
I'll just be walking around and I'll randomly
toenails?
just kick a fucking, like, table or something and it fucking kills. And then, like, months later, I've got an infection and my toe is fucked up. I mean, it's
Jeez.
happened twice. It's,
So giant hands and giant feet.
yeah, I may be a Sasquatch. That's why I avoided the earlier question, but moving on quickly.
If you was gonna add an extra arm on your body, where would be the best place for it?
I'd probably just say one of your, well, just below one of the others. Like, it's the most adequate place for it.
Then you'd be lopsided.
Isn't that where they put it for Hitchhikers of the universe or whatever?
I'm not too familiar. I've seen it, but I've only seen the remake. I've not read or seen any of the others.
I don't remember the movie very well.
I never saw the movie, but I thought that that's where his other arm was. Joel Brox or whatever.
Yeah, Zephod, the president of the universe or the galaxy.
Lexi something.
You can tell we're all huge Douglas Adams fans here.
Oh yeah, sure.
Have you ever shit yourself in public as an adult?
No, I've shit myself once. I think I got food poisoning.
After or before?
Well, before, I hope. But I was in bed and I woke up kind of ill and risked a fart, and I really shouldn't have.
Yeah. Never trust a fart.
Never trust a risky 3 a.m. fart.
Now that you've been pitted against Jess in a bot post, who's the new YS power couple?
I don't know. Tugo and Sarka kind of had they've passed the honeymoon phase now. They're kind of having a bit of arguments.
Are they?
I noticed some recently in May, and I was like, whoa.
Oh man.
I don't know who's the new couple. Don't think we have one currently that I can think of.
Maybe Abyss and Rain.
Maybe I've not noticed anything personally between them. I may have just been oblivious.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of old news, but they're consistent. In that Abyss is a Rain fanboy, and Rain is indifferent.
Me and Gravy, that kind of passed. I enjoyed that. It was good. We had a good run. We got joint custody of K-Biz.
Are you guys not gonna reunite now that Woolie's back?
That's a good point. Watch your space. You may have to invest in some goblins, phallic goblins.
Speaking of goblinoids, how many swans do you think you could fight off until they took you down?
I reckon maybe 3 or 4. 4 at a push. 3 at, I think I'm confident I could do 3. Like just fucking like
3 at once or like in sequence?
I think like not 3 in like synchronization, like 3 like 1 and then 2, then third one's early.
So like Kung Fu movie.
Right? Yeah. I'm like, that's
and one at a time. They all approach you, but then you only have to fight one.
Yeah. Like I've got a funny story about that. That's a good lore. Yeah. I've never heard that before.
The Kung Fu movie.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. It makes sense.
It's like apparently it's actually a rule that Jackie Chan or Bruce somebody decided like the viewer can only follow one thing at a time.
Don't they call it conservation of ninjutsu?
Oh, maybe.
I think Kung Fu.
Is that what that is? I thought that's like no, conservation of ninjutsu is to do with like power levels of characters, where like if there's one ninja, you have to be scared as hell, but if there's tons, then they're all disposable and they're gonna die.
Okay.
I've got a swan story. Well, not really a story, just.
Is it a song?
No. My friend, his ex, got with someone else, and they had like their profile picture on Facebook was this. He did like animal rescue and all this shit, but he looked like a massive asshole. Just I think he had like a smug face and everything. Like I think he was a bit of a prick in real life. That's probably where I'm pushing that over him. But his profile picture was him just like holding a swan with his like in like a headlock.
So is that picture that Wayne was always posting?
No, it's not that one. But I'll actually try and find it at some point. But I just used to joke that he's choking at a swan because that image.
I mean, the swan probably deserved it.
Yeah, well, apparently he ended up being quite
Undoubtedly.
abusive, so I don't know what he was like in terms of looking after animals.
Is it possible to be abusive to a swan?
True. I mean,
Like
after
saying
Queen,
you're abusive to a goose.
yeah, fucking geese. They'll migrate over here.
Our next question asker wants to hear your best tack impression.
What's something you say all the time?
These nuts.
I think you sound like stoned all the time, personally.
A little bit,
I
sure.
get that a lot.
What's it?
I said I get that a lot.
Yeah, I don't really know. It'd just be kind of like a droney, like, yeah. That's it. That's pretty much it.
That was
It's
beautiful.
not an assault on your character. It's I like that about you. You're always, I feel like I'm getting like secondhand high off you just talking to you.
It's weird because of how rarely I do get high.
I used to get that all the time. Even
I feel
before.
like-
It's just because I have long hair.
That's what I think of too, but I also have a lot of other tells that aren't really tells.
Yeah.
I used to be dehydrated all the time, so I'd have bloodshot eyes.
Yeah.
And I look like a hippie in general.
Yeah, you do.
Blew my mind when I found out
I've
that
had,
was
like-
just dehydration, like the red eye thing,
Uh,
the water, and then your eyes won't be red anymore.
drinking water fixes a lot of problems. I recommend it.
That should be our next
Like, if you're-
advertisement instead of what we had.
Water.
Water.
That abomination we had before.
Yeah. Well, this is our product placement segment.
Yeah, that's
Water. We recommend it.
Why not?
Water of an unknown brand. Please, nobody take off the covers on the brands of our water.
I mean, I've
here.
been peeling mine.
Hopefully nobody hears that.
I mean, I do it solely under.
That's it for our community questions. And I think that's going to do it for the podcast. I don't think anybody's around to jump in for
Everyone
the
just had to leave.
community free-for-all.
I think we should have a free-for-all movie discussion or game discussion.
Sure, but after this outro, I've been Tack, Knob's been Knob,
I've been Dave.
and thanks to you guys for co-hosting and guesting respectively. Thanks to Jess, who's going to edit this and make it sound less bad.
Wrong. You are fake news.
And thanks to everyone who submitted community questions. I think that's everybody.
Yeah. Oh, Ouija, do you have anything to say? B.
BET.
R.
Better. Yeah, we'll take that. Better. Ouija's word of the
Yep.
week.
Thanks, Ouija. We'll see you next time on Why Us, the podcast nobody else would do.